Hey everyone, welcome to our crypto mining and hosting opportunity call. So thrilled you could all join us. I'm also going to incorporate a little bit more of the call that we had yesterday explaining the BlockX staking program and the availability of that for our community. So I will go over those slides, but understanding we may have guests here who are just interested in hearing about the mining and hosting opportunities. We will go through that initially. We'll close that out, and then I will bring up the other slides on staking and answer your questions with respect to that. We are all really, really excited about that opportunity, but I don't want to get ahead of myself. Welcome to our guests who are on this call. Welcome to our mining community. It is one exciting time to be in this space and an even more exciting time to be associated with our resale mining community. So just as a disclosure, we aren't brokers. We don't handle any securities or currencies. We will not give you financial advice. And that's important. Even when we're talking about things like staking opportunities, we are going to lay out the opportunities in front of you. And then it's over to you. You get to decide what you would like to do. Pressure-free zone, and also a free zone of would have, should have, could have. We don't live that way. You do what's ever best for you at the time. So here is what we do. We do it extremely well. We offer our clients leading edge turnkey crypto mining equipment and the associated hosting expertise in our own facilities. So you don't have to be sent this mining machine or computer you may or may not understand. We do it all. We take the scary out of it for you. We have our genius technical support team who will configure, deploy, and maintain your machines on your behalf. And then we also have a wonderful customer support team right behind them who will help manage your account for you and help you set that up so that you can go ahead and view the results of your mining. So what is mining exactly? Well, this is a bit tongue-in-cheek when you're looking at this photo of this gentleman digging Bitcoin from the earth. It's really not how it goes, is it? You need a very complex, very smart, specialized computational device. And this device is programmed to solve some pretty complex mathematical problems. Think of it as kind of like this big Jeopardy game, and all of these computers are hitting the Jeopardy bell trying to get the right answer to that problem. And when they do, and they solve it, what's the reward? They are rewarded with the ability to then verify transactions that have taken place in the cryptocurrency space. And there are like a billion every day that are going on in the crypto space. It's absolutely crazy, busy, it's global, it doesn't sleep. And so there are lots of transactions that need to be validated as to be legitimate or not. And that's a really, really important role mining plays in the cryptocurrency space. You see, there's no bank intervention, it's peer-to-peer. Digital currency. So, but in our fiat world, or paper money backed by government, that world has banking intervention, and it's very grand, as we all know, and they have their own computers to verify transactions. You use a credit card that needs to be verified as legitimate or not. You don't have enough money in your account, and you try and go ahead and do an e-transfer, use a bank card, and it's not there. Those are the computers validating all of that to be true or not. Well, the same happens in the crypto space. Lots of money's moving. It's moving digitally all over the world. And as I said, it doesn't sleep. So the machines have a really important job. They're like virtual accountants, because when they do validate them, they then post those to a digital ledger, which we call the blockchain. And there they sit for hopefully the end of time. Very, very secure digital ledger. And what's the reward? How do they get paid? Because we pay for these mining machines up front. We pay for the energy to keep them going, the technical team to keep the oversight on them. And what does that mining machine owner get paid? Well, you get paid in new digital currency, and it is specific to the type of mining machine you own. You have a Bitcoin miner, you would get rewarded with Bitcoin tokens. In our case, we're going to offer 3 mining opportunities. One is called BlockX. We're going to spend an inordinate amount of time on that. The other, Cannabis Coins. Again, we'll get into that. And the other is Ravencoin. So let's go ahead and jump in and show you and brag about our hosting facilities. And this is one of our main facilities. This is our solar mining facility. I was just there back in the fall. These solar panels you're looking at, these are state of the art. They're double-sided. There's a special coating on the roof so that it had to be white. It had to be a certain material in order to optimize the solar energy functioning of this facility. It's pretty cool. In fact, if you find yourself in the Phoenix area, go ahead and contact support@nbcl.tech, and they will be happy to go ahead and schedule you in for a private tour. You may even see your own mining machine at work in there. We also have a facility in Washington State. We use the water from Washington State near the Columbia River. There is an abundance of hydroelectricity there. It's very inexpensive. And that's where we house our altcoins, alternative coins. Many of them end up there. So we use the sun and we use the water from the United States to fuel the energy and power the machines in our facilities. You also have 24/7, 365 tech support. And obviously, as you would expect, state-of-the-art security, both manned guards as well as digital security system. So we've got it all going on for you. We've got your back and we do it all. We make this really, really easy. In fact, here's the process. You select whichever crypto mining project matches your interests, and then you just simply complete an order form at wsmorders.com for the associated miner, hosting plan, and energy plan. We only have one hosting plan. That's 1,000 days, and our initial acquisitions include that. After the 1,000 days, you go ahead and purchase another hosting plan for that same price or a very similar price. And then our energy plans are $250 annually. And those are billed, again, you can pay for all of this up front. We make it really, really easy for you to do it. So in fact, this is how easy it is. If you're already into crypto, you will easily be given an address and know how to pay with Bitcoin and Ethereum. We also accept checks, understanding not everybody resides in the crypto world. So for those of you who are in the fiat world, maybe you're just toe dipping in crypto now, but you're intrigued, come to the right place. We will accept checks in US dollars and wire transfers in US dollars. You will have to contact support@nbcl.tech for wire transfer info, because sometimes that does change a little bit for the accounts. And the other is e-transfers for Canadians. So we try and make it really, really seamless and easy, because once you actually do pay for your machines, you will be up and running within about 24 to 48 hours, depending on what day of the week it is. The weekends, it's going to take a couple more days to get you up and going. Usually it's within 24 hours of receipt of payment, and then customer service will send to you your very own special private keys to link your e-wallet to your own account, and they will walk you through the setup of that. So again, they take the scary out of it. They put a nice warm virtual blanket around you, telling you to put your feet up, especially if you're in the northern states or in Canada now. We know that you need a warm blanket right now. Lots of snowstorms going on there. So we want to make sure that we make it super, super comfortable for you and take the scary out of it. Just rely on our expertise, and I think you'll be happy you did. So let's get into the mining selections. We have a BlockX miner, Cannabis Coins miners, and Ravencoin miners as offerings. BlockX, $6,000. All of these include your first initial 2.7 years or 1,000 days of hosting. In addition to that, there will be a $250 annual energy plan, $20 a month for energy, billed annually at $250. It is really, really an amazing deal for energy, for running these machines and cooling these machines 24/7, 365. They do not sleep. And they are all absolutely guaranteed for the life of the mining machine or the project. Now, the BlockX project, we'll get into the nuts and bolts of that. We're mining out tokens for a brand new exchange. After when this presentation completes, I will be pulling up the slides to explain the staking program for anybody who wants to stay around for that. You are so welcome to do it. And then feel free to add some more specifics in the chat on that. We also have Cannabis Coins miners, 7,000, including the hosting, and Ravencoin miners. Those are also 7,000. They used to be 8. Price of some of those components came down. We're super excited for that. because price of the token came down a little bit. So we were able to pass that along at $7,000, an amazing, amazing deal. And Ravencoin, for those of you who don't know the project, go ahead and just Google it. Go to YouTube and say, what is Ravencoin, if you really want to dive into it. But just on first blush, it's actually a platform where you would go to create a token. If you had a project that you wanted to tokenize, Ravencoin's a nice platform if you don't need more than 21 million tokens, because that's what it limits its clients to and each one of its projects to. Now, BlockX and Cannabis Coins, they're actually born on the Ethereum platform. These are ERC20 tokens because we needed a lot of tokens for these projects because there's so much utility. But there are many, many projects where Ravencoin's a wonderful, wonderful option to use as a platform to create your tokens. And the advantage of Ravencoin over something like Ethereum is that their fees are very, very nominal. Now, the thing I like about this mining machine, I have some of these, they're very prolific in their mining. Around 50 coins a day are mined from one machine. I like that because I do believe in this project and I believe in this token. So if that's something that interests you, just do your homework a little bit on YouTube and dig into this project, to this platform, and see if it resonates with you. We're pretty excited to be able to offer it. The competition isn't that high right now. It will get higher as you start to see the price of coins go higher, more people start mining it. So it's always a great time to mine tokens when the world isn't mining them, and then you have a lesser, what we call degree of difficulty, or really meaning competition. So let's jump right into the BlockX project. The scope of this, it's mining tokens for the BlockX exchange. If you do not have an account on that exchange, what a great time to go ahead and get one. Go to myblockx.com, create an account for yourself. It's very, very simple to do. The mining commenced in March of 2020, so we're just coming up to 2 years. We just passed the 6 billion mark in the amount of tokens mined. And there will be a total of 10 billion over these 4.4 years. So we still have 4 billion tokens to be mined, which is pretty incredible. Every time your very clever mining machine hits a block, we're still solo mining, at least for a little bit yet. So every time your machine hits a block, you, the owner of that machine, rewarded with 50,000 BlockX tokens. So every 10 minutes, just like Bitcoin's mining, a total of 144 blocks per day. A block is hit every 10 minutes. So lots of tokens up for grab. But let's look at some of the highlights of this exchange. Well, they're going to offer reduced trading fees to actually fee holidays to large token holders. They're encouraging big institutional traders to come to this exchange as their preferred platform for trading on behalf of their clients or themselves. They're also offering a staking program, and this is really, really incredible. We have an extra staking program, which will be posted on a week from today, actually on January 14th. All of the guidelines for it will be posted on the exchange, and you will fully understand. I'll share with you after this call because I don't want to take too much time getting into the nitty-gritty of it if people are just looking at this for the first time, but it's going to be really, really interesting. And they are offering our community higher percentages for staking than the regular public will get. So it's really a gift to us. It's pretty incredible. I will talk to you about why I'm staking the majority of tokens and talk about some options people have for that. 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years of options for staking. If you hold your token, and this isn't the only token, incidentally, that can be staked on the exchange. There will be a staking program for all of the tokens that the exchange represents. So you will be able to move tokens over from other wallets onto the BlockX exchange to stake in their platform. So that's pretty cool, but I will be focusing on specifically the BlockX token staking. Is more lucrative, and it's very, very near. And we'll have about a 2-week opportunity to be able to capitalize on this and stake your tokens, and then take advantage of the higher percentage increases. So it's pretty compelling. We'll have either 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years to choose from. And each year you'll get a little bit more of an annualized percentage yield. So if you decide to stake for 1 year, it'll be 24%, assuming you're collecting quarterly from your staking payouts. Year 2 will be 36%, and if you stake for 3 years, you will be welcomed and rewarded with 60% annual percentage yield on the value of your tokens at the time they were staked. So the other thing that we have to look forward to, easy liquidity option, that's going to be through a Visa card or MasterCard. We're expecting that this will probably be rolling out in Q2 of this year. But again, the exchange has to do that in the time that they're ready. But we love this technology. It's here, it's real. This isn't a preloaded card. This is the ability to toggle between cryptocurrency and your fiat in 180 countries. So if you're outside of North America, you'll be able to just fill in a simple form to receive your MasterCard. North Americans will receive a Visa card. So we're excited about this. The other thing the exchange is offering, and we're not sure when this feature is coming out, but this will be an artificial trading bot. It's already been in testing. The results are really, really impressive. They're getting really great yields annually on this over the past, in a year, they're looking at over 300% return. So it's very, very interesting. Just not sure when this is coming out. And you will have to stake some tokens in order to take part in that very exciting trading bot. So let's move on to the next project. It's just Cannabis Coins. This is a mining project associated with a real cannabis corporation called Cannabis Monkeys. They're out of Oklahoma. This mining is brand new. It just started in September of 2021. It will go for 12 years. Your mining machines, incidentally, will last that entire period of time. Total mine out term is 12 years. And when the tokens are all mined out, there will be 25 billion of them. This is a really lucrative mine out. Each mining machine is yielding 3 or 4 blocks a month. Now, as more machines come in, more machines are sold, the competition just gets a little bit greater. And maybe you won't be mining as many as 4 blocks a month, but rest assured, this is a very, very lucrative project. There are less than 2,000 machines in circulation right now, which is really incredible because typically when we roll out projects, we'll do it with like 6,000 mining machines. So to only have 2,000 in existence, or even less than that, that's really compelling. Great time to get in on this project. In fact, in your mining machine, it is under warranty for that 12-year period of time. And then this token is going to be traded on the BlockX exchange. You will see it's already listed there. The trading is not yet active. The white paper is in its final stages. So look to that in the near future, hopefully before the end of January. Those tokens will be active to be traded. And there's lots going on with this company. So who are they? They're privately owned cannabis grow. They have indoor facilities. They also have just recently acquired some outdoor facilities in Arizona as well, because some opportunities presented themselves. So they have grow licenses, bank accounts, a really high level of business integrity. It took us about a year to put together this project for them. And we definitely vetted them. We were really, really pleased with what we saw. One thing that struck us was their immense marketing expertise, not just their expertise in growing a high quality cannabis product. It was really, really interesting. They have a nice association with Hollywood and some of the A-listers there, and also Netflix. They are going to be filming in February, I'm hearing, I don't have the date yet, they are going to be filming a reality show associated with their company. And guess what? The Cannabis Coin will be mentioned in that very, 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 very widely, believe me. So what's the purpose of this coin? Well, on first blush, it's really to use Cannabis Coins as a price reduction. When you acquire the products from Cannabis Monkeys, from their dispensaries, you will be able to pay for it with Cannabis Coins. Now, we also fully feel, because of inquiries from others in their circle, we fully feel that other companies will want to take advantage of this and accept Cannabis Coins for payment for product. One of the reasons is, in this space, a lot of dispensaries won't accept credit cards, and this is a way around it. You can go to the BlockX exchange, purchase Cannabis Coins, and then end up paying for your product with your Cannabis Coins. So in essence, you have used your credit card to acquire cannabis coins, of which you then go ahead and pay for your product. So, and a lot of people have expressed interest in this. It just makes it absolutely seamless for people to get their product. So you can also go to cannabismonkeys.com, look at their clothing. They've got quite a line, and that's growing. You'll be able to pay for that with your cannabis coins if you want to let them go, or just buy some of the clothing with your Visa card. And it's also going to be, and we know this to be true now, because of a lot of the inquiries we've had, really from the get-go of the birth of this project, people have been dying to purchase cannabis coins. We feel there will be a prestige of ownership, like a Doge, that sort of thing, because it will be very cool to own cannabis coins. Everybody's mining it right now. You know what I speak, right? We're all really excited to be associated with this project for sure. So at We Sell Miners, our vision is really to become the world's largest crypto co-location company. We already have another facility, solar facility in the Arizona area, and that's going to be housing even more mining machines. Expansion is something that's in the horizon. You'll hear about more of those projects as time goes by. But you know, the fact that we can offer now such incredible opportunities, even during these challenging times of getting parts, just basic computer parts, it has been challenging because China's had so many lockdowns. So it's been very, very good. Some people are saying they can't hear me very well. I don't know why the sound is bad for that. I apologize, but let me just, okay.
Let me try that. Is that better? Can someone let me know if that's better for me? So it is much better, Lisa. Thank you. I think what's happening is my AirPods were close by, which is always a mistake. I so apologize for that. So I hope you were able to turn up your volume. Is there anything that someone wants me to go over that maybe you weren't so clear about, or can we end this screen and we can jump into the very exciting staking platform? Some people are saying they heard it okay, some people didn't. I really apologize for that. I love my AirPods, but I have to keep them well away from this computer to be sure. Move on. Okay, Sam, I'm moving on. There you go. All right, let's basically stop this share, and I'm going to open up. And I should say now, like we just want to totally thank, everybody who has come in. Hold on one sec. Best way to do this. Give me one moment. I'm going to queue up the other slides. And here we go. Let's just do this over it. Okay. Okay. All right, this is where I want to be. Can you all still hear me now? Can someone put it in the chat if I'm coming through clearly? Clear. Awesome. Okay, thanks everybody. Appreciate it fully. Okay, so let's break down the staking program. We had a presentation yesterday about this. Jeremy was on. I had been receiving some texts from Sean. He was assuring me that all of the guidelines for this will be specifically available to you, everybody, when you log into myblockx.com this time next week. So Friday, January 14th. We are going to be given, we're hearing that we'll have an opportunity, and don't hold me to this date, but we're hearing from about January 31st to February 14th, we're going to have a 2-week opportunity to stake our tokens in the desired amounts we want to stake them. So let me run through the program and then I'll run through the FAQs. And thanks to Donnie for putting this together. Donnie, you did a brilliant job and really breaking down some of those FAQs as well. So hopefully, and our goal and our promise to you is at the end of this presentation, you will have a full understanding of what the staking program is. But please know that this is a specific staking opportunity for our community. After that 2-week period, you can still stake, but you will, and this is for BlockX specifically, you can still stake after that 2 weeks. However, you will be staking at the same rate that the public will have to stake their BlockX tokens. And then the other tokens the exchange represents will also have staking amounts associated with them. So a really, really great opportunity. But this program and opportunity is for our community. It is not to be shared with the world. I don't want people taking pictures of this slide and putting them out there on the internet. That is not what this is all about. This is for our community, and it's very, very exclusive to us. So let's talk about how it works. So you get to stake your BlockX tokens. You get to earn up to 60% annual percentage yield. We call that APY. 5% per month is the highest amount of payout, 5 times 12 months, 60% annual percentage yield on your BlockX tokens if you choose the top staking program in terms of the number of years. And we're going to break down year 1, year 2, and year 3 so you can understand all of it. And we'll go slowly because I know it's new to some people. Now, what's incredible about this is it will be paid out to you in Bitcoin, and you have the option to be paid out monthly or quarterly. You have the option of 3 terms. You can choose 1 term, 2 terms, or 1 year, 2 years, or 3 years as your term. You will have a minimum of 1 million tokens staked. Now, some people say, I don't have 1 million tokens. I haven't been mining that long. Don't worry about it. That's okay. You can go to the exchange and purchase tokens if you want, or maybe you just don't take advantage of this at this time. Maybe you come into staking later on, but it just won't be these rates right now. So I know several people have been asking me since the call yesterday, how do I go on? How do I create an account? And you have to purchase your BlockX tokens with Bitcoin. So, and it's all laid out for you on the myblockx.com account. And the tokens aren't very expensive right now. So it's a great time to be involved with this exchange and with BlockX. So it is an exclusive limited time offer. So let's walk through examples of 1-year term, 2-year terms, and 3-year terms. And we are going to base this on a token price of 0.005 on staking valuation date. Now, there is some talk and they're finalizing this on what that final price will be, if it will be what the market is, or if the exchange will actually put the gauntlet down and say, this is going to be the staking price. So for argument's sake, we're going to say 0.5 cent will be the valuation of the BlockX staking during that staking period. But look towards the guidelines because the exchange, I know, is still in discussions and still deciding on this very feature. But at the very least, if you want to do calculations on your holdings and what you would like to put in, at the very least, you can use the market price and then just go to 0.005 and use 0.5 cent as well. So we will use 0.5 cent here. If you're holding 1 million tokens, and that's the minimum amount you can stake, you're saying, I'm going to stake 1 million tokens for 1 year. I am not going to touch them for a year. And the value of 1 million tokens times 0.5 cent is $5,000. $5,000. That is the locked in amount. It's $5,000 that you are going to be paid out on. So if you're choosing to be paid out quarterly, you are going to get 2% per month paid out, and then it will land in your account quarterly. and it will be paid out in Bitcoin. So it'll come to your Bitcoin wallet. So that's going to be very, very compelling. Now, if you say you want to be paid out monthly, you're going to get 1% per month. So 1% on your 5,000 will be $50 paid out monthly. So that would be on a quarterly basis, 150. So you're basically giving up 1 full percentage point to take a monthly payout versus being paid out every quarter. So I think a lot of people might opt for a quarter, but again, it's up to you. It's up to how you want that cash flow. So you can earn Bitcoin while your BlockX tokens increase in value, because while you are locked in at that valuation date amount, in this example, it's only half a cent, you're locked into that. Your tokens, when they're unlocked after that 1 year period, are going to be valued by the fair market price, whatever it's trading for on the exchange. So in essence, what you're doing is having a little savings account, and you're exercising some discipline, saying, I'm going to tuck those away, so I will not touch those for a year. Plus, you make a little bit of nice cash flow, because for doing that, you are rewarded and you do get percentage increases, much better than banks ever pay, right? Okay, so tokens are locked in for the complete year. They cannot be sold at all. You can't come after 6 months and say, please give me my tokens. When you commit to a term, you're committed to that term. So the more BlockX tokens you stake, the more BTC you earn. Now, I think this is a really important conversation to have, because some people are saying to me, well, I want to keep all my coins out there and I want to sell them all. And you do have that opportunity. No one's forcing you with a gun to your head and saying, take part in this staking. But what this does, and what may be beneficial for you, is to go back in history and look at some of the other exchanges and what their tokens did over year 1, year 2, year 3. And especially with this BlockX exchange, we are having great evolution just within the first year. So this gives you an opportunity to maybe discipline yourself to not let your tokens go too early. You know, some people have asked me, well, I want to wait and just play in the trading bot because the trading bot has, you know, great returns. There are a few things about that I want to say. And I know Jeremy, when he comes on a call, not today, but another time, he'll speak to this. He's staking all of his tokens. I'm staking just about all of my tokens. I know many people are. And you can stagger your staking 1 year, some 1 year, some 2 years, some 3 years. Vast majority of mine are going in 3 years because I know what's being rolled out in this project. And it, to me, to sell all my tokens in year 1 when so much else is coming down the road, I just think I'd be selling it too quickly. But that's me. Everybody gets to decide. And at the end of the day, if you're on this as a miner, you own mining machines. You're still mining more tokens, and those tokens are having the value. You're able to sell those, use them for cash flow, but you may want to just strategize a little bit. Getting back to the trading bot, that bot is not yet available. And the other thing is, you will have to use and liquidate your BlockX tokens to pay for a subscription for the bot, and also to put your tokens into the trading. And then apparently, and this needs to be validated, but they'll be coming back to you in Bitcoin. So we really want to make sure that you're letting your tokens go when you want to let them go. And this leaves a little bit of it allows you to hedge a little bit. It allows you to just put your tokens away and keep them for a certain term on your terms, the term on your terms. But what it will also do is create incredible scarcity. So with Sean going to stake 2 billion, with Jeremy staking 1 billion, you're going to then have 3 billion tokens out of the mine 6 out of circulation. And that creation of scarcity becomes very compelling because it becomes a supply and demand. So that's what many of us believe in. So let's talk about the example 2 years. You have 1 million tokens, the same valuation, $5,000 on valuation day. Now you're saying, I'll take a quarterly payout. And if you do that, you get 3% per month paid out to you every 3 months. So that's 9% on your $5,000. That's $450 paid out every 90 days in Bitcoin. If you say, I just want a monthly, then that becomes 2% per month. So you'll make $100 a month. So in 3 months, you'd have $300 instead of $450. So if you can manage your money and your cash flow, and again, that's up to you. We don't judge anything. If you can, you may want to hold out for that extra percentage point, but entirely up to you. So again, earn BTCs while those BlockX tokens increase in value, because when they get unlocked after 2 years, the value of those tokens will be the fair market price, whatever that token is trading at. And believe me, a 2-year period in the crypto space, in this exchange, there's so much innovation going on. You know, these guys do have a vision to be in the top 5 exchanges in a very short period of time. I have no doubt they will nail it. Tokens are locked in for 2 years, cannot be sold. 3-year term. I love this term. So 1 million tokens, 5,000 on valuation day. Now you're looking at some serious money. So if you decide to get quarterly payouts, you will enjoy 5% per month, or annually 60% on an annualized percentage yield, APY. That will give you $750 paid out every 90 days in Bitcoin. If you say, I want that for, I want to hold off and just get that monthly because I need the cash flow, that's your choice. And that will give you 4% per month, or $200 paid monthly. So that's really, really something to consider. So you either take advantage of quarterly payouts or monthly, entirely up to you. So earn BTC while your BlockX increases in value. After 3 years, you can go ahead, unlock those, and you will enjoy the use of all of the tokens you have staked. Now, everybody has a different amount of tokens that they own, they've mined, they bought, they're holding. The nice thing is that you can actually stagger it. You can put some in, as long as each one is 1 million tokens in. So you can't sort of split up your million and say, I'll put 250 in year 3, and I'll put 500 in year 2, and I'll put 250 in year 1. Each year has a minimum amount of tokens of 1 million tokens. So let's summarize it. If you're deciding to stake for 1 year, quarterly, you're going to get 2% per month. Or if you want that paid out monthly, you'll get 1% per month. 2 years. If you want quarterly, you'll get 3% per month. If you want it paid out monthly, 2% per month. And the big one, the 3-year staking, and locking those away for 3 years, you will get 5% per month paid out quarterly to you. So annualized at 60% on an annualized percentage yield. Or you can choose for 4% if you want monthly, 4% per month to get your money unlocked a little monthly, a little earlier for your rewards. So yeah, you can, I like this, Donnie, that you put in for comparison. Canadian banks are offering 0.75 APY. Yeah, for locked in GICs. Yeah, for a 1-year term. So you make $37.50 after 12 months. So I think we know that this is a very, very lucrative program. I think some people are saying, but I don't want to lock my tokens up. You don't have to. This is an entirely voluntary program, but it's a really great way to swell your crypto, and to be paid out in Bitcoin sends a couple of messages. Yes, they're all in the crypto world, to be sure, but the exchange doesn't want to let BlockX go either. They know what's coming up. So let's just go over some basic FAQs. These have come up, and then I'll take any of the questions in the chat that folks have. But let's go up. When the token value increases, does my quarterly payout increase accordingly? The answer to that is no. So let's go back here, because I think this is important. So let's look in all the examples. If you stake 1 million at the valuation date in which they are staked, and that key is put away in a vault until the end of the time when it can be opened from the end of your term, it's the valuation then. So 1 million tokens at half a cent will be $5,000. It doesn't mean your tokens aren't still rising in volume. You own your tokens, but all it means is, for the purposes of the percentage that you're going to get, the percentage yield you get, it is based on valuation date. Let's look at something else. Can I stake some tokens for 1 year, some for say 3 years? Yes, it's a great way to enjoy the highest return and having early liquidity options on others. But here's one. Can I stake 2 million tokens and spread it across 1 year, 2 year, 3 year? Remember, we do need 1 million per term as a minimum. I don't have 1 million tokens yet. Can I participate later or when I have over 1 million? And yes, it's absolutely possible, but the opportunity you're seeing now with these really high interest rates we are going to be receiving, this is for our community. And so after Feb 14th, there will be a new staking offer for the general public. You can participate in that. Or you can go ahead and buy more tokens to bring up your holdings to the 1 million token mark. They're for sale. The exchange is exchanging BlockX and Bitcoin. So you can go ahead and do that. Here's a great question. If I stake 2 million for 3 years and in year 2, it's trading at $2, can I unlock my tokens? The answer is a resounding no. They are locked in. You may want to stake some for a year and some for 3 years. And that's a great way to sort of stagger the release of those so that you do have options for sure. So I'll stop that share. I think there were some questions in the chat. Yeah, so Lisa's saying, what's an example if it's less than 0.005? Well, just do the math. Just multiply how many tokens you want to stake by the trading price of the token. But as I said, there is a possibility that the exchange will set a valuation amount and make it consistent across any of the staking terms. So we'll just wait for that. That should be out this time next week. So that's what, and you know, I was chatting with someone prior to this, and we were looking at all the various scenarios, 1 year, 2 year, 3 year, and we took how many tokens she had, and then we divided some of the tokens. That's a really great exercise for everybody to do. You certainly have the time to do that. So if you want to stake 2 million tokens, do you do it all for 3 years? Do you do it for 2 years? Do you do it for 1? Do you do 1 million for 1? Do you do 1 million for 3? You've got that opportunity, right, to do that. So it all comes down to math. Just multiply the number of tokens by the trading price. So if you have 2 million tokens by 0.005 or 0.00355, where it is today, just go ahead and do that multiplication factor and then multiply the monthly amount. Okay, if I leave it for 3 years, I'm obviously probably going to take quarterly. So that's 0.05. So take your whatever amount it is and then multiply that by 0.05. You know, I'm happy to assist. We can definitely, if people want to do another call on this, and we have, you know, a few weeks before this, we actually have about a month before the staking option ends and the new program for the general public begins. But, you know, probably over the next couple of weeks or so, we will all want to kind of do that exercise ourselves. And if you need help with it, for sure, I'm available to do that, or I'm sure others are as well. So we want to make sure that we won't give advice whatsoever, but we will basically show you how to do the math. I admit I need help. That's okay. You know what? I've been living this a little bit. So I'm just a little bit ahead of you. Initially, it was like, what, huh? But once you start to break it down and understand it, it's just math. That's all it is. And then it's up to you to understand what kind of cash flow you want and also the vision you have for yourself and for your family. You know, if you're really, really young, 3 years is nothing to you. But if you're 95, maybe 3 years is a long time. So maybe you want to look at a 1 year staking, you know? So there are a lot of factors that come into consideration, but know that we have many opportunities within this year 1, year 2, year 3, and some staggered opportunities. Yeah, we'd rather stake $1. Okay, Mike, good question. It sounds like it's best to stake after the value BlockX goes up. You'd rather stake at $1. Mike, the problem with that is that you're not going to get these kind of rates. And also, you know, who knows? Nobody's got a crystal ball. So you don't know when that dollar token is going to hit. Is it a year? Is it 2 years? Is it 3 years? And this is what's in front of you now. So no one's got a crystal ball. You do the best of what you can at the time. But I can tell you the generosity of a 60% APY, that's not coming around again for anybody. And that's why it's right now. And that's why it is so high. So it becomes very, very compelling. The other thing that staking does to a great degree, kind of saves people from themselves. It saves you from that temptation to, you know, go ahead and spend all your tokens. And when they go up to 50 cents, they're gone. Well, what happens if the token then eventually in a 3-year period goes to, I don't know, $50? Who could foresee what was going on with Binance? Binance just sort of, you know, in the first 5 months, boom, it went from 10 cents to 22. Then it kind of hung around, it fluctuated. Then at the 3-year mark, it was at $30, 3.5 years, boom, $690. And that is really what happened. So this is all about your investment strategy, short-term, medium-term, long-term. And for me, I think it's prudent to do a bit of both, short-term, medium-term, and long-term. Mia, you're asking if the price goes lower, we still earn. Yes, you do. I love your thinking. Absolutely. If the price goes lower, you are locked in at whatever that valuation price was for that period of time. Oh, it's Mitch. It says Mia there. So Mitch, yeah. So, you know, everybody's got a different sort of view about this. And I find the more we talk through it to really help people understand what staking is all about, that you may be able to just grasp a little bit more of the opportunity in front of you. There's a reason why Jeremy's staking 100% of his tokens for 3 years. And there's a reason why I'm following suit. I'm only leaving a bit because I promised my son and my daughter a bit. But other than that, I am staking the vast, vast majority of my tokens, because at the end of the day too, you are all still mining. And the nice thing is we will be in solo mining soon enough, or sorry, we will be out of solo mining into pooled mining soon enough. And that's going to be really, really interesting, because you're still going to have lots of tokens that you will be able to sell. So once they're sold, they're gone. They're just gone. So, you know, this is an opportunity that the exchange has given you to potentially gain some great value on a token, and let you choose what your investment strategy is. So with that, let me just see if there are any more. Oh, it's your daughter, Mitch. Okay, got it. Yeah. Any more? Okay, can you speak on KK staking? And will it be closer? Totally different. Totally different. KK staking will be more closely related to the general staking that's coming. This BlockX staking is so unique because it is the house token of the exchange. And so we haven't seen the rates yet on KK, haven't seen the rates on Bitcoin or Ethereum or Chainlink. Those will be coming. And somebody had asked me, can I move my tokens over once they're represented on the exchange? And can I stake tokens from another exchange? Can I pull them over? Absolutely, you can. Absolutely, you can. And we will know that as, you know, we're going to see more and more tokens populated. You're just at the cusp of the explosion of this exchange. So much more going on in the upcoming days, weeks, and months ahead. So, you know, to be given this opportunity to stake, and for short, medium, long term, it's a big one. It's a really, really big one. There's a reason why the exchange is staking 2 billion. There is a reason. Look, they should be motivated before anyone else to, you know, sell some of their tokens. They've been on this journey for 3 years and well over, you know, tens of millions of dollars in expenses. And yet they're saying, no way, we're not going to let these go. And we're very blessed to be associated with them, because they are helping to create that scarcity as well. So I think the thinking when people are saying, I want to hold off for the trading bot, I think that could be a mistake, because you are going to have to pay in your BlockX tokens. They will be gone. they will be gone. You may be better off to just purchase some new BlockX tokens to trade in that, or look to the percentage increases that we are hopeful for. We can't guarantee anything, but we're hopeful for with this token. So, you know, again, entirely up to you, but if you do want some help in just figuring out the math, just send me a text on Facebook, or send me a text on phone. You can do that and I'll be available to help. Yeah, it's the house token, Mitch. Yeah, you do need to be staked, Brendan. You do need staking in order to use the trading bot later. You will have to have a portion staked. But again, I can't speak to that because I don't have the specifics. It's only what Jeremy has indicated to me. So yeah. All right, if there are any other questions, put them in the chat. Otherwise, I'll close this out and wish all of you a wonderful weekend. I have another Zoom on another trading, on a Forex trading bot right now. So I have to run to that. So I want to thank you all for participating today. And it's just been really, really lovely. We've got such a great community, so many people interested in it. And I'll be adding this as an added feature to the Zooms. We're going to do Zooms Monday, Wednesday, Friday next week. So we will add these to that. And on Friday, I don't know what time the guidelines are coming out, but if they are out, we'll walk through it. And then perhaps on the Zooms, we'll do this for our community on Monday and on Wednesday, and just allow like a Q&A. And maybe if you guys want to do some examples, if you're a little unsure, that could be helpful to you. So thanks so much, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend, and please do keep safe out there. Take care. Bye-bye.